Hey everyone, we're here with episode 12 of the Unlucky Dogs the Lucky Dogs podcast. I think we're going to name it the Unlucky Dogs podcast after the weekend that myself, Brody, and also our young driver that we sponsored had. So I think Charlie wishes we didn't put a sticker on his car because I think he thinks it was tainted with the same brush. But yeah, pretty disappointing weekend overall.
Yeah, definitely. You hit the nail on the head there, Swill. I spoke to young Charlie this morning, and he definitely was appreciative of the sponsorship money, but he's never putting the sticker back on the car again.
Well, that'll save us some money at least, but it might be hard to actually sponsor after our weekend. Like people might not actually accept our sponsorship.
We actually might just get forgotten about. It was that bad for me, at least.
Yeah, true, true. Oh, far out. What a crazy weekend it was. Like there was I'm just thinking back. There's so much to go from the weekend. It was the hardest event I've ever done. The track was the craziest track I've ever driven with the way that the chicanes had been, obviously the curb hops had been taken off. It was just pretty much like we should have been driving a stadium super truck out there. Would have been a lot easier.
Yeah, definitely. Biggest thing for me was Do you remember going out for practice your first lap through turn four?
Oh yeah, yeah, resurfacing.
Yeah, so for
It was
everyone
fun.
at home, they probably got mentioned on the broadcast 4 million times, but yeah, turn four was resurfaced and turn 11, which is the braking zone right after the beach chicanes. So yeah, I remember going through turn four and like normally used to have to stop and prop the car a lot and like really focus on getting a good exit. And I locked the front and I just cleared the brake and it turned and I
Yeah.
felt like a GT car.
Yeah, literally, it was that fast through there. I did the exact same. I locked the front, so just tried releasing, and I nearly spun. I had that much front turn, and I was like, "Oh, righto, here we go." So, that was way faster. But surprisingly, I don't think turn 11 was later in the braking, but turn 11 wasn't heaps faster. Do you think?
I thought it was heaps faster.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
Right.
when you got to the exit, because where you exit turn 11, and it went back to the old surface, it would you just like you'd almost go straight to the fence. You'd like want to you just end up in the wall type thing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So the biggest things going into the weekend, I guess, from the track side of things, were the resurfacing, curb hops turned off. They said they were turned off the same as last year, but I don't think they were. I think that whatever sensors they used last year, they're faulty or something's wrong with them because there was the curb. Well, I got a
Do
curb.
you,
We both got a curb hop in quali, so they were on.
yeah, on the Sunday. Do you remember you probably would have came into the pits on the Sunday and looked at the tablet that we get with the timing report and all the tracks split up into what, like 13 microsectors or 10 microsectors. So there's like the beach chicane microsector, and Matt Payne was 2.5 tenths faster than the field through the beach chicane on Sunday quali. And I thought I was going to die.
Oh,
And I'm 2.5 tenths off.
I was looking at the sky a couple of times. Like when you hit it and you hit it like a ski jump, you just turn right and just like, yep, I've lined this thing up, and the front end just lifts in the air, and you're like, oh god. And I pretty much didn't know where I was till I came out the other side.
I'm going to be honest, like considering you have your plane license, I was pretty disappointed with your efforts through the beach chicane.
That's fair. That's fair enough. The funny thing is, and I can put my hand up when I'm wrong. Last year in the briefing, when we are getting like, when we're like, "Oh, these curb hops suck. Just turn them off. It's self-policing." It's not self-policing. Please don't turn them off. It hurts. It's too fast. It was bloody. I'm not sure. It was great. It was great on TV. It was also cool to drive. Like it was so hard. It was cool. So having a bit of a joke with it, but yeah, far out. It was fast through there. Like I don't know. I haven't seen that sort of stuff in a motorsport category around the world apart from rally driving
That's
really.
that's definitely going to be a headline. Will Brown opts for you know curb hops turn back on and bundles turn back on.
No, I opt for tighter corners, second gear in the chicane, but we just real slow through there.
Yeah, you were first and reverse like me through turn one and two.
I know. Well, I guess that gets us into Friday. Friday was what it was. Friday was practice.
I
I
crashed in
don't.
practice on Friday.
Did you?
Yeah, into turn 12. Remember? I
Oh
caused the
yeah,
red.
yeah. That's true. That wasn't. It didn't do too much damage though, did it?
Nah, I just needed a splitter and some rail extensions.
Did anyone else crash on Friday?
Um, Not that I know of, to be honest.
You know anyone, Ains?
I don't think so. Not that I can remember.
Oh, guys, welcome back, Ains. She's alive.
Thanks.
You're actually we want people have asked for you to actually put your face and get more involved. So I hope you're ready because you got to add yourself to this podcast and get more involved in it. So you see any crashes Friday, Ains?
No, I did not.
Oh, right. You're probably bedridden still.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so I guess through to Saturday, this is when it just started getting crazy. Obviously, it's start of the new finals format, which was a lot of pressure over the weekend. I didn't think it'd be much different than what it was probably last year, but it's a lot different. It's more pressure. It seems like there's more on the line. The top 10 definitely stepped it up. In a lot of the practice sessions you're looking, and it makes sense, I guess, top 10 in the championship, but they are all sort of up there within the top 10 to 12 pretty much every practice and quali at the start. So yeah, the intensity was high, and I think you saw, obviously we'll go over it. A few drivers like ourselves make mistakes, a few teams make mistakes, and I think it was just yeah, I think it brought all the hype that supercars wanted it to bring, and it's probably looking quite good as something that they're going to want to keep for a long time after Gold Coast, and it'll be interesting how it plays out over the next couple of rounds. But your Saturday looked pretty good, Brody.
You are such an asshole. And you wonder why I always pick on your eyebrows.
Mate, I wasn't even sure if you're still in that car or you shot out the windscreen and we're sitting up in Rhapsody, that freaking that apartment building.
Oh, honestly, yeah, that was yeah, obviously I got the tire bundle into turn one quite early into that quali, and it must have broken the cone. So the splitter's bolted by two bolts, pretty close to the I guess on the either side of the grill. And then there's two pins that go underneath, and it must have broken one of the cones out that locates the splitter onto the bar fascia, and then it obviously dropped on that left hand side. So we taped it back up, and then of course when you're always clipping that bundle in quali, it obviously just did a fair bit of damage, and then the last run went back out, and yeah, turned out to have Macca's trays on the front wheels. And honestly, I remember turning in for turn two and just the steering wheel going completely, like numb because obviously there's something under the front wheels, and how fast the wall came up was like, yeah, it was pretty scary, but thankfully the tires did such a great job, and actually to hit the car wasn't too bad. And the car obviously made the concrete because it did a fair bit of damage to it, but the wall obviously moved, and there was photographers behind it that got, they got injured, not seriously, thank God. And yeah, it was good to see that everyone got out okay, and the car took most of the damage, and didn't feel like I was sore afterwards, which was a major plus, but it could have been a lot bigger than what it was, that's for sure.
Oh, it was amazing, to be honest. When I saw it on TV, I was like, "Holy far out! This is hopefully he's all right." And then I saw the obviously photographers behind, but you get like, I guess not many people have been in that situation where you have that big of a crash, but you get that moment of 1 millisecond where you go, "Oh no, how much is this going to hurt?" Like it's just like straight when you notice you're going, "Oh no."
Oh, to be honest, like, it happened that quick because the distance between turn one and turn two is like so short, right? And then as I've turned into turn one, and the splitters, gone on the front wheels, it was like just a split second where it's just like, you know, you've like nothing's happening, and it's just like, oh, like this is gonna seriously hurt. And yeah, but thankfully it wasn't too bad. So yeah.
It's amazing how good our cars are because when you put that into everyday driving terms and people driving around the road, what speed would you have been doing when you hit the fence? Dead on.
I was doing 130, 140 in the fence.
So you imagine 140 in a road car straight into a fence. Like it's wild how good I guess the tire bundles are a big safety thing, the cars and everything there. So it's pretty surprising because I thought, oh, far out, you're going to be sore after that. And then I talked to you about an hour later, and I think you're pretty much heading off to help rebuild the car.
Yeah, we made a decision to basically, with supercars to send the car back to the workshop and go strip it down. So as soon as we could get the car out, I was off, with the car crew, and yeah, had to go strip the car down, and thanks to Paul Sepranich and everyone at Pace Innovations for allowing us to get it fixed. Had to cut a few tubes and get it fixed up. And honestly, the car on Sunday was pretty flawless. Like it was like there was nothing wrong with it other than a few little niggly things here and there with the steering. But yeah, the car was flawless on Sunday. So yeah, it's
But you have to
pretty
go back.
incredible.
Do you have to go back to pace, or do you have to do any more work before Sandown or change chassis or anything?
I'm not too sure. We didn't really get too much time to really go through it. And, we checked the wheelbase or the distance between the left hub on the left front and the, left rear and the right side. And we checked the distance between both on both sides. And it was, surprisingly really close. So I think, yeah, we'll scan the car and see how far it's out, then make it a choice from there. But, yeah, honestly, Sunday, like the car was pretty good on the race, and we just went for a pretty crazy strategy trying to do something and hope for a bit of rain, or just hoping for something, to be honest. So I don't even know.
It was the same. It was the same length on either sides because you hit dead on. You just bent it back 5 inches on both sides.
Oh yeah, it's probably made the car 25 mil short. It's a bit like your life story.
Oh, damn it. I really set myself up there, didn't I? Yeah, so, oh, well, that's interesting. It was pretty decent. It's surprisingly, some of these don't measure as high as the side impacts because I think it measured around 19 or 20 Gs, where like the side impacts seem to somehow measure higher, but that by far was bigger than any of the, I've seen them. Who did one recently that was like 30 Gs, and I was like, far out.
Richie, wasn't it?
Wasn't it you in practice?
I got a 30G one when I tapped the fence and I didn't even damage anything, but that was a side impact, but it wasn't, I didn't actually damage anything on the car. But yeah, somebody got like a 30G recently and yours would have been way worse. So that was pretty interesting. But do you, I guess, looking at it, and a lot of fans at home obviously probably were quite I guess harsh, I would say, but also I guess they had their comments about you guys actually sending the car back out. Was that a thing of finals, have to get back out there, have to get in the top 10 and send it back out there to try and make that? Or what do you think now?
Oh, I think two mistakes were made. There was a mistake made on my behalf. I should know better. For one, I'm the one that damaged it in the first place, and the second one is, we probably should have not sent it out. But it's hard. Like when it first went out, it was stuck together pretty well, and obviously just on my warm up lap, bouncing over the chicane or whatever, it's just finally dislodged or splintered and come apart. So, but yeah, like there's always things you can do better in hindsight, and hindsight's such an easy thing. It's like when you crash, you don't know you're going to crash until you've actually crashed, right? So, yeah, there's definitely some things that we'll learn from it, and probably do better. And we changed a few things for the next day because we noticed that like our splitters were popping out a lot more than other cars, and yeah, we got on top of that for Sunday, which was much better.
Yeah, that's good then. Yeah, it was wild. It was, I remember seeing you driving down the main straight. I thought you'd hit the last corner tire bundle and you're just on a cool down lap to come in, and then you tipped it in and just I'm like, holy, like I don't know if I would be have big enough balls or be committed enough with that, but I guess you probably didn't know that there was that much damage there. Or
No,
that
you can't. Yeah,
you
you
can't
like
see.
you can't see for one, but yeah, obviously we got picked up by Dr. Carl in the medical car, and then got taken back to where like the medical place is in GC, just at like sort of pit lane entry, and they'd sort of he was like, righto, get out, I've got to go pick up for other people. And then I got back into the I guess to the medical ward where they do the checkup on you and make sure that you I haven't gotten to the dumbness level of you, basically. And then so I passed that test pretty easy. And actually I probably shouldn't say that because I crashed bigger than, actually no, you crashed twice, so fuck you.
You crashed on Friday.
Yeah, well, we crashed the same amount of times then.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh,
Yeah, then obviously I got told that some people were hurt behind the wall, and what sort of sure what state they're in. But Steve Peach from Motorsport Ministries, who I auctioned my helmet with, which raised 20 grand, which was awesome for the Pertec Legends night. kept me up to date with how they were going, and you know, Ryan, Doc, you know, Ryan's story. You know, he got the phone numbers, you know, for me for the people that were injured. I was able to speak to them and you know, wish them a speedy recovery. And you know, all of them were in good spirits, which was good. Some of them made it back to the track, and stayed in contact with some of them. And I've been sent some shots today of the car coming at them, of when it's you know, coming to the fence. So they were definitely dedicated to the shot. I'll give you that
That's
because
yeah, that's nice of you to call them. You're probably not the asshole that everyone says you are.
oh, whatever. Someone's gonna be the bad guy, right? That's what makes it entertaining.
Oh, no, that's commitment. At least they were committed to the shot, but far out, it did push the wall back a fair way, and
Yeah.
they're heavy concrete barriers.
Yeah, they are obviously very, very heavy. So it's probably, you know, a good thing. And I'm not sure exactly what the, you know, when you look at other parts of the track where the public are, they have to stay 2 meters back from the fence because the fences actually have to move. I think possibly by regulation. I think you know all the fences are joined together, so at least if you hit a fence, they have a slight movement to absorb some of the impact. So but yeah, God, big crash, and yeah, it was glad that everyone worked so hard to get the car back out. So it was good to get back on Sunday and got a curb hop on Sunday, which was a bit annoying on a pretty good lap, and sort of just sets your day up for a bit of a doozy starting that far back.
Yeah, that's right. Well, pretty much I got through to, I guess you had that in qualifying. I got through to the shootout, which I was like, look at me go. I'm in the shootout. It's been a
I'm
while.
stripping my car and I'm watching you go out there and I'm like, go Will, go Lucky Dogs. Ah, you're in the fence.
Once again, like you say, you don't know you're in the fence till you're in the fence. I got through sector one and I don't run the time gain loss anymore. So, but I was like, well, that felt good. That was a good sector one. Like I gripped up a turn two. I got out of there. I'm like, oh, I'm coming down to the chicane. And I remember coming down the back
Turn
road.
two. You mean turn four?
Turn four, sorry, turn four. I got through turn four.
God, no
Awesome.
wonder why you crashed. You forgot which part of the track you're in.
Yeah, that's right. Coming down the back chicane. I'm like, oh, this is feeling good. Just get through here. Don't crash. 2 seconds later, I'm like hanging out of the fence, like, what happened there? I don't even know what I did wrong. And looking back on it, I think I was trying to do too much of the old style of the chicane while still going as fast as I think we had to go compared to Matt Payne and that, where you look at Chaz and that, they were doing it so well from the start where they sort of jumped that right a lot more. So I hit the first left curb and then when I hit the second right curb, it landed and got crossed up. And maybe if it was quali, you try and just run through and get a curb hop. But I think I was past that stage and then it just bounced me off the last curb and into the fence. And luckily, it did damage, but not crazy amounts. Like when I hit and then it tore the front out, I'm like, oh God, I'm going to have wheels hanging off this thing left, right, and center. This isn't going to be good. And I hopped out of the car and being extremely mechanical minded, you know how I am, Brody. I just have an update of what they needed. No, I hopped out and I'm like had to walk around and I'm like, oh, front right doesn't look good, but the rear looks not too bad. And got it back. I think the guys had an hour and 31 when they got it back or something like that. And they were lucky, didn't have to do the transaxle or anything in the rear. They just had to do, obviously, a lot of panel damage, a right front corner. You have to fuel it. You have to put it on the patch and try and get it as straight as you can. And so much, you know, it's busy with the short turnaround of an hour and a half. It's actually super busy for the teams if nothing goes wrong. So to fix all that and get you back out there, they got us back out there. The cambers were out a bit in the toes, but we're back out there and in the race, which was the important thing. But yeah, shootout crash was extremely disappointing. I think as everyone has noticed, and I've noticed that my qualifying haven't been very good this year. I thought I'm in the shootout, and obviously I was fastest in the first sector by a tenth and a half at that stage, and then crashed. So disappointing, but yeah, we don't know.
We
Live to fight
suck.
another day. We not you, we suck.
Yeah, that's what I said. We suck.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Uh,
And obviously, I just can't believe you got away with those two crashes with like you obviously had damage, but for what it could have been, it
the
was
second the second one was
remarkable. I
yeah,
couldn't believe it, like to be
no,
honest.
that's
But
yeah. First one still did a bit of damage. It still did a little bit of chassis, I believe, because it just pushes it back so hard the like into the chassis, the front wheel, that it still did a fair bit of damage on the front end. Obviously, super lucky that the rear went into the tires and that absorbed it because I went in so early. But yeah, that was pretty crazy. And then the race, Saturday's race, obviously you sat that one out, which would have been tough watching, especially once again, like we say with this finals format, you're pretty much you're sitting out Saturday knowing you have to come back and try and win Sunday. So pretty much for yourself, and I guess fans listening at home, is talk us through that mentality of, you haven't done the Sunday race yet. You're sitting at home rebuilding your car. You're just thinking, yep, come back tomorrow and try. You've crashed it in quali, and you got to come back and attack it pretty much harder and try and put it on pole and try and win the next day.
Yeah, it was pretty hard. Obviously, there was a few of us back at the workshop from the 38 garage, and we're stripping the car, and we got the race plan on the background. And to be honest, I was hoping for something extreme to happen before the 50% way for the race to get called. I was thinking about putting something up on Facebook and getting people to cut the banners down and just, cause havoc or something to try and get the race cancelled or something. It's amazing the amount of craziness you can think about, like when you're not out, like not actually out there. Because I haven't actually sat one out for a while, or if not, you know, like where you haven't made the start. So I think it's my first one, but yeah, it's pretty tough. And then obviously we're stripping the car down, and basically we knew that we had to win the next day and execute pretty much at a really high level the next day. But then I'm watching the race and I'm seeing Chaz do, in qualifying, I think pole was like an 8.2 or an 8.1, and Chaz is doing 8.8s in the race and put like 10 seconds on, like 10 seconds on the cars behind, and was just, I don't know, in a different league. Chaz does this sometimes where he just, I don't know.
He was ridiculously fast. He's always been fast at Gold Coast. Like, he does a good job there, but it was weird. Oh, I guess quali's sort of sometimes a little bit of luck, just who gets it perfect with that. But the race really shows when you've got a fast car lap after lap. And in the race, he was so fast. He was just passing people everywhere. And
I'm getting a call.
want him on the pod.
Sorry, DJ. I'll call you back.
Oh,
Feels so bad.
yeah, might have been calling you to tell you that you're out because you crashed on the weekend or something.
No.
Hopefully, I'm not getting that call. I better check.
It must have been Chaz's new sponsor gave him a heap of confidence.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
beer.
Yeah, the beer.
Better be.
Dr. Bathurst.
Surely Great Northern could have jumped on board after that.
Nah, they didn't.
He gave him so much press.
That marketing department's going to be fired.
That was cool to see that he got a sponsor there. But yeah, he was that fast. It was crazy. He just passed everyone. And I guess, like, the thing is that when you're a spectator outside the car, you do not understand how hard it is to follow a cars through the chicanes. You cannot see. You literally turn in. You can't see where the tire bundle is. You can't see where you turn right. You just follow the car in front of you and hope that they take the chicane the right way, pretty much. And you try and cut it a bit more than them to carry a little bit more speed on exit and make it a bit straighter. But you double bounce off the curb. You are a little bit out of place of where you want the car to be, and you literally can't see. So the amount of times you have moments trying to pass a car in front of you because you hit the curb wrong and then bounce off sideways, and just makes it really difficult. So Chaz was doing a bloody cool job to actually be able to go through the chicanes that fast, stay close enough to pass everyone down to turn 11, which was pretty wild.
And did Kai get you back in the race?
Yeah, I saw. I did that funny video, and then he thought, nah, not happening. But no, I don't know. I don't know if he exactly said he was going to pass back, but that article was pretty funny. But he probably did. But he definitely got me. He got me. I don't know. It's a weird one. Like Berto said, I moved under brakes, which I probably did a little bit, but it's hard to pass in turn 11 if you're on the person, let alone he was like a car length and a half, 2 car lengths back.
I know the incident we're talking. You did move under brakes, you weasel.
I did move under brakes, you're right. But he also said to me after as well, he's like, oh, sorry, I was just locked up. I didn't mean to do it. So it's like, it's catch
Yeah, but
22.
he probably broke harder because you moved under brakes.
Whose side are you on here? Bloody hell.
Listen, I can't believe that you would just, like, honestly, what are you doing?
Yeah, I should have probably moved across earlier. I sort of thought that I was far enough ahead, which I don't think he would have made the corner either all pass me if I didn't move, unless I just let him go because he was far enough back. But I did move under break, so I'll accept that one. And he didn't get a penalty, so that's fine. Good on him. I've had that with Randall, obviously, when I tried passing Randall and he moved under breaks at Perth, and I didn't get a penalty. So good for Kai on that. But yeah, he came in and said, "Oh, sorry about that. I locked up, but didn't sort of mean to do it." And I was kind of like, how do I take this one? But maybe we call it square. Like, so, so is what it is. But yeah, that was a tough race because I got turned around. That was lap 2. He tried lunging me there on lap 1, and I blocked. And I was like, "Oh, you're not far enough back on lap 2." And then that happened. So I got turned around, and you're sitting there when I'm getting spun around. I'm like, "Oh, far out. Someone's just going to come around this
Who's
corner."
gonna clean you up?
Yeah, who's just gonna come around and clean me up, and then I'm out. Like, you're out. We didn't know Woody was out at this stage. Then I'm out. Then we're all pretty much stuffed for finals. So luckily, no one came around the corner and collected me. And and I actually remember doing the flick spin. I was like, I remember this exact moment I got turned here in 2019. It was when it pretty much got me my main game drive with Anton, and I drove back through the field a bit. So I was like, I need to get on with it and see how fast I am. But the biggest thing that people didn't know, because of my crash in the shootout, we only get 3 sets of super soft tyres. You've got 3 stints, so you need all 3 sets of them. Where I flat spotted them all, and one got completely destroyed against the fence, cut it all open. So I had only 2 tyres for 1 stint, and then old stuff. So I had to reuse tyres. It was a whole schmozzle, which is pretty silly by the category, to be honest. Like, we should have a joker set that if someone locks up in qualifying, has a crash, they actually can compete on the same level as everyone, even if they're starting off the back or something. So I was hindered with tyres. So I drove back up to about 20th, say, but I was really lucky that the safety car came on lap 12 because my tyre actually was down to the cords where it had, because where I slid along the wall, it actually damaged the tyre in that spot and made it go all like mushy nearly, and then that tore out.
Oh,
So
mushy.
yeah, is there a better word for it?
No, that's. I mean,
Have you seen that where it goes like you can dip oh, dip your finger into the tread and it's really soft on that area?
are you
It's
guys
pretty
tired? Are you guys tire treading?
yeah, for sure. Yeah, so that happened, and then so the safety car came out on lap 12, which obviously helped me bunch the field back up, get the same tyres as everyone else back on board. So just one quali hit old tyres, and then yeah, we're able to have a pretty fast race car. I seem to be faster on the super soft. Seems like their deg's a little bit harder, and yeah, it's just my car seems to, or I seem to, or my car seems to suit it a little bit better. So we're able to drive from pretty much 23rd or 4th last on lap 2 back to 5th. So put ourselves back in the contention to at least get through to hopefully, looking at, well, at that stage on Saturday, we were putting ourselves in contention to at least hopefully get through to the top 7 at Sandown. So pretty wild race, to be honest. There's so many moments, and you're the same over the weekend that you're like, oh, my finals hopes are over. And this is going to keep happening for so many people. Anton was nearly in. We'll talk about probably later about the Sunday race, and then got a penalty. Like, there's so many times that just the pressure was super high. So yeah, Saturday was tough, but at least we got back to 5th.
I reckon the hard luck award's got to go to Woody today.
Oh yeah, yeah. I felt for Woody
Poor bugger.
leading, like he was leading Bathurst and leading here. Like, he's taken it pretty well. Like, there's not much you can do in those circumstances, and I guess it's how you act in that with the team and that, how they support you going on. But like, he's taken it very well for what's happened. Like, it's all been out of his control. And he could have probably made. I didn't see his pace, but I think he was fast. He probably would have won that race.
Yeah, probably. I mean, if it was anything like Chaz's pace, obviously being a team car, definitely was his race to lose at that point. So, a bit unfortunate for him.
Yeah. What happened there? What did they work out?
So, there's like 2 access points or 3 access points on the top of the fuel tank, and they're held together by like what's called a Wiggins clamp. I'll send a picture to Ainsley so then she can put it up of what it looks like. And I don't think it was latched properly. So basically this cap comes off, and it's where you put fuel capacity stuff into, like these fuel capacity tubes. So you put them, set them down into the tank, and they just fill up like they just fill up tank space basically. So that
Yep.
come out, flew out, and it just was gushing fuel out of the top of the tank.
Ah, right. Yeah, okay. Far out,
I
poor
can see you
buggers.
computing right now.
Yeah, I'm just
Like
seeing like,
those cogs are spinning.
yeah, they are. I'm still bloody buggered from the weekend. I can't even think well, but
Yeah,
yeah.
same. Yeah, this is
Oh,
yeah.
I think my brain got rattled through the bloody chicanes a few times, so just trying to get back with it. But yeah, right. Yeah, okay. Well, that's disappointing for him and very disappointing for the team, to be honest. That'd be hard on the team knowing that, it's like us, like it's disappointing to let your team down and crash, but your team have the exact same feeling when they make a mistake. It's hard for them letting Woody down and they'll be disappointed themselves. So yeah, is what it is, but very disappointing for them. One I did forget about is Cooper Murray's crash. Did he have a flat tire? What happened there?
He got into Aaron Cameron at turn 4, and Aaron must have nicked his right rear, and it was going down apparently on the way to the chicane, and it must have got below 16, and when he's landed off the curb, it's debeated and flat tire, and it's smacked both walls and did a fair bit of damage. And did you see the wheel when it broke off the car? It hit Jackson Evans's car and like rode his car off.
I did not even know that's what happened.
Yeah,
So
so
this is in
so
my fame.
Jackson's just going on about his
In the
business,
train.
right? He's just going on about his business, just trying to just make it through. And this rogue wheel is just bounces off the fence, bounces into his right front, and completely destroys like the right front turned into a hovercraft. Like the right front wheel was like this, and it's meant to be like that, and it was horizontal, not vertical.
That's crazy, yeah. I guess it shows you how much they weigh when the pit stop when the guys do the changes. But yeah, this was another stage where I'd been turned around. I was obviously only like 3 cars behind that, and I just see wheels flying everywhere in cars, and I'm like, "Oh no, how do I navigate my way through here without getting taken out?" But also in those circumstances, you can't just hit the brakes and stop or slow down heaps because the guy behind you will run into you. So I'm like trying to come through and I see wheels bouncing everywhere, rear wings, and I'm like, far out. This could be a day ender as well. And then luckily got through that. And then you're like, oh, how many spots did I pick up there? Oh, look at that. I'm up to 12. Look at me go. But yeah, that was definitely a wild
It
one.
must be so weird, Brody, watching it on TV for you. Like, it must have been so strange.
Oh, to be honest, I was pretty busy stripping the car. So like, we had it going on in the background, and I was just focused on getting the car ready for tomorrow. Helping out the boys and girls to, went and got them lunch, and just trying to think about what we could do to win tomorrow, and was curious to see how Davo was going, and of course I'm watching Davo just get absolutely you know bump and run by this energy drink guy. Maybe in this podcast right now, may have no eyebrows.
What has ran into him out there? Um,
Yeah, but Cam's got
oh,
eyebrows.
it's all how you massage the bump. It was just a nice little gentle one saying, "I'm here,
So
Dave."
you'd admit it.
No, he might have brake checked me or something. I'm not sure. He slowed down.
I just don't know I don't really know what the difference is.
Well, it was so hard to pass there, and I just decided that I had to make things happen in that race and try and get through to the final 7. So I don't think I think it was a little bit rude. But if that happened to me, I think that when like it was a fair bit like I think we're a fair bit faster in the race, and it's so hard to pass around there, and people just kept blocking and slowing up the last corner, so you couldn't turn under them. Like your traditional line is to go a little bit wider and get a good exit. Everyone when you get behind them, they just start slowing it up there and just blocking you, and then doing the same in turn 4, and then it's near impossible to pass. So I was like, oh, I did a little one, but then I saw obviously the post later and that sort of stuff, and he got Matt Payne back, but I think there's a little bit of difference in that. Matt lost 3 spots in the end from Davo's tap, where well, not Davo's tap, Davo's hit on Matt. I think Davo got him, Randall got him, or maybe it's just the two of them. But you know, Davo's position he did lose a position to me, but I don't think it was quite as rude. But at the end of the day, everyone's going to judge it in different ways. If you like Davo, you're going to say I'm an asshole. If you like me, you're going to say it's a good pass. It's just how people say it.
I don't have a problem with it. I just think it needs to be, I don't really see a difference. I come from this world where bumping and running is normal over in America, and I thought both were. There's nothing wrong with both, but one was penalised and one wasn't. So not
Yeah.
sure. I believe you've got more insight into it anyway. You're not sharing.
No, I never even asked about it, or asked Beto, but I feel like I have a good understanding of what Beto's going to penalise on, and I think if like Matt Payne's he was completely out of shape and sideways while Davo was hitting him, and he lost an extra position. So if you have a look, when I touch Davo, he pushes a tiny bit past the corner, but his car never gets sideways, never really looks out of shape, and I just switch him back and then drive past him. Where when you're hitting him out of the corner sideways and then Thomas Randall gets past him. Like, I agree. I know what you're saying, but I think there was still a little bit of a difference in them.
Yeah, but what car's Matt Payne in? What brand?
Ford,
What's Davo in?
Ford. So
What are
why they
you
rep
in?
each other? Chevy. How's that matter?
Well, because you can just drive up next to people down the straight.
Oh, here we go. Still whinging. Here we go. Far out. You're gonna get
Well,
abused.
let me get my fishing rod. Where is it?
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, that was interesting. I don't know. I don't know what's right or wrong. In the
I think
moment, you're
I
trying to
think
make
none of it's
moves.
wrong. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, maybe none of it is wrong. Like, and to be honest, like Davo said, like Matt probably did not a bad move, but a little bit of a rude pass to Davo in turn 4. I think Davo was saying that
Yeah, he was
and
into
sort
his
of
bar in a straight line before he got under him.
into his bar and then sort of got him at turn 4. So maybe it's a bit more of a retaliation from Davo. So maybe that's why I was a little bit hard, like a little bit more, and maybe you just let it all go. It's so hard now, and everyone knows it. It's hard to know exactly what you're going to get away with and what you're not, because the rules have changed this year. They've loosened it up that we
No, the
can.
rules haven't changed.
Well, sorry, the rules haven't changed, but it seems like it has.
Yeah, it's very controversial.
Yeah, yeah,
The
it
rules
is.
the rules haven't changed, Will. But it's just it looks way different on TV.
Yeah. Just like the Curbs this weekend. But yes, but that was interesting. Sunday, you're back. You got your car built. What time did the boys finish it?
Finished at 5:30 in the morning. So they went back to the hotel, had a shower, come back. So I had a fair few jobs to do, like just general day-to-day procedural stuff, and went out for quali and then got a curb hop, which was pretty annoying because I was on for a world record.
We'll get back to your world record. That's actually something that I wanted to point out. Like, why motorsport is amazing is the boys don't get paid any extra for how hard they work over the night. Like, they'd be on a salary. And how much effort do they put in, the teams? Hey, like, it shows how much teams want to win and why people are working in motorsport. It's not for the money. It's because they're all passionate and want to win. Like, to crash and all those guys work till 5:30 a.m. They probably went back. They wouldn't have even got any sleep because they got to be at the track at 6:30, 7 in the morning. So they would have been maybe they got half hour sleep and they've worked on it all night. So it's pretty impressive, and a lot of teams do it. But yeah, obviously massive kudos to DJR for getting in and fixing your car, because it's a massive effort by everyone involved.
Oh yeah, like 100%. Like they were knackered on Sunday, so I think they were happy to see the back end of that day and go home and have some, have some hard-earned rest. And to be honest, the car ran flawlessly the whole race. There wasn't really any dramas with it, so it's quite incredible considering you have people that have been up for past close to 24 hours, and the car's competitive in the race. So yeah, it's incredible. So
Yeah,
very,
that is.
very, very, very thankful to have a good team.
On to our sponsors, guys. Our first one is Wheel Pros Australia. They've supported me through KMC Wheels for, it would have to be going on close to 7 years now, and be one of my longest sponsors. So they're awesome. If you're looking to take your ride to the next level, improve your four-wheel drive, do anything there, make sure you check out KMC Wheels, but also check out the Wheel Pros website, because they've got a range of everything, to sporting up your luxury car to off-road wheels, tyres, all of it, they've got it. So make sure you jump on there, check out their website, and jazz you right up. Lancaster Motor Group is excited to announce their KTM 450 dirt bike giveaway. From now until the 23rd of December 2025, if you purchase $1,000 or more worth of accessories on a new or used vehicle over our 4x4 store counter or in our workshop, you will get an entry into our KTM 450 dirt bike draw. To find out more, head to lancastermotors.com.au. And then Sunday quali rolls around, you roll out pretty much. You've got to not try crash again, which was both me and you. You got to try and win. I got to try and finish in the top whatever. Top 18 rolls round. You were pretty competitive in that, weren't you? In the first part,
Fourth, I think.
fourth.
Fourth or fifth.
So fourth straight out the gate. I think I was eighth. I think I was eighth or something like that. Eighth or nine in
You
the
still
first
got
part.
it.
Yeah, I know, terrible. And then so part one knocks out anyone 18th or worse. The rest go through, and then we start the qualifying for the top 10 shootout. And pretty much I did my first set of tires, and I didn't have a very good run. I don't know what happened. I was running used tires and just didn't have the best run. So came into the pits and we went back out, and no one really got that good of a lap time. And on my first lap on softs, I probably should have done a warming, we did our out lap, and then I pushed on my first lap. Maybe should have done another warming lap and waited, but I tipped it into turn one because I felt pretty good out of the last corner, and I thought I want to try and get 2 laps on these tires because there was curb strikes, there was missing chicanes because it was so hard to get through them. There was all of these things, so I wanted to try and do 2 laps on those tires and hope one of them got me through, but I was all right under braking. I felt really good. And straight when I got to the apex and nipped the apex of turn one, it just went sideways. And then I'm like, oh no, I got to try and miss this wall. And then I hit the other curb and flicked back sideways the other way. And I thought, far out, I'm going to write this thing off 2 days in a row. This is not good. And luckily, I didn't take the rear wing off like I have a couple of rounds this were here. It missed the fence and I just hit the fence. And yeah, it was lucky. It didn't do that much damage. I broke a front bar, but
It's a
far out.
miracle.
Oh, couldn't believe it.
That's
I was-
actually a miracle.
Yeah, I know. I was
Like you tried to write the thing off and you couldn't.
I was a lucky dog on that
You
one.
actually, you
That's for
were
sure.
with that for sure.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, far out. I was driving it back and I'm reporting to the guys. I'm like, I don't think I have any steering damage. Like, this is amazing to have a crash through there and not have too much damage. Red flag. Obviously, I lose my time from that thing. And then we had 2 minutes to go, rolled back out to get 1 lap. And for myself, I got a curb up straight away. I was probably on for the back of the 10. It might have been 10th, might have been 11th, 9th, whatever. But got a curb hop on my lap and meant I'm starting 18th. So another disappointing qualifying on my behalf, and not a very good day. Obviously, yeah, crashing quality again, which is pretty disappointing.
Yep, well, I joined you, not too far up, 4 spots ahead of you in 14th. I was on a lap and got a curb hop at the last curb, which, yeah, was a bit weird because I looked back at the onboard and it looked like I was in, but because I went up on 2 wheels instead of just going 4, I think it triggered the sensor because of the angle of the car.
Right.
Yeah, which was a bit annoying, but yeah.
Maybe explain for everyone at home how the sensors are set up and because like how you guys know you've got a curb stripe.
Basically there's like a what we call like a timing device that sits under the passenger side of the car, and then there's like these beacons that sit on track, or these timing loops, and if it goes across these loops, then you're basically out. So and then they measure where the beacon is in the car to where it is on track, so they put 2 wheels in at the track at all times, and we get an alert on our dash that says track limits if we've cut it. That works like 50% of the time generally, and it's only turned on for practice and qualifying, so the race it's not turned on. They just accumulate over a period, and if you get to a certain point, they'll give you the black and white flag and tell you you've been a naughty boy, and give you a slap on the wrist and tell you not to do it again.
So if it's 50% accurate, there's no like captain's challenge where you can be like, oh, I don't reckon. Then have another look. You probably don't have time in motorsport to do that.
I don't know. I got told on the weekend that F1 don't use them anymore. That system anymore because it's not accurate. So I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like it works good for what it needs to do. So
Yeah, they seem
think it's fine.
They seem to work okay. Like you kind of know when you cut them, but it's like Matt Payne's in the shootout though. Like he probably cut the curbs the least nearly. Like he cut that first left one, and we knew the lefts were on. But really, technically, when you look at his shootout lap, he probably cut it the least compared to most other people, and especially the right. And he got a curb off, but it's just which one he cut. So the two lefts were on, the rights weren't. So pretty much where people were trying to nip the lefts and then just jump four wheels over the rights, and then you'd land and just shake around and try and work out where you were again, and then keep on going. Um, so it was pretty wild, but
Can you do that again?
shake around a bit. So, yeah, that was interesting. But yeah, quali was disappointing. That was a pretty interesting one because I was like, oh, I'm 18th. This is going to make it really hard again today to obviously stay in that top 7. I've got to try get back up to 10th. But I had Anton. Then I worked out that Anton started in front of me, and yourself and Woody didn't get through because from my side of the guard, it's obviously nerve-wracking if Woody or you get through and win a race, or pole it and win a race, because then that's automatically puts me back a spot.
5th, yeah.
It puts me back, I think I was in 4th, puts me back to 5th. Then you have a bit worse of a result that day. I'll get turned around. You can be out of the final 7. So yeah, it was interesting. But Sunday race was pretty. It wasn't not as many safety cars and that sort of stuff. When did the banner blow off? Was that Saturday? Blow off the wall?
Saturday.
Sunday.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That was random coming down in turn 1 and that banner's just blowing around.
Yeah, and Brody would have been there with box cutters somewhere.
Yeah, I was there with zip tie cutters and I was cutting all the banners off, hoping the race got cancelled.
Oh, that's right. But how's your start? How was your start on Sunday?
That's pretty good. Yeah, I
What
had a
did
good one. I don't know what the number was, but I got a good start and I got up to, I think, 11th before we pitted on lap 5.
Oh, that's
So
pretty
we
good.
went for an aggressive strategy of just put rears on, go like 4 seconds to 3 seconds of fuel and just go basically, but didn't really work, to be honest.
Do you wish that you went the lap after Woody?
No, because I got in front of him.
Oh, did you get in front of me?
I jumped him, yeah, in the pits.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Yeah, right. That's
Yeah,
pretty good.
so yeah, we just didn't really have the, I guess, speed to do that strategy, or the 2 tires didn't really work. So
Well, it seemed like in the train was so fast anyway that you guys would have had to be going that fast to actually get much further forward. It would have been quite hard.
yeah, I definitely. I mean, when George said pit, and I was like doing, I think what times were we doing then? Like 9.8s, and I was like, I'm gonna pit. I'm gonna be doing 9.8s. So I almost considered not pitting,
Yeah.
and I should have not pitted, but
Yeah, because I got lucky. Like we put more fuel in than you guys filled it, got into a good spot, and then drove back up onto the back of you guys. Way you guys kind of held up a few, and then jumped you guys in the stop. So for myself, I got from 18th to 8th on Sunday, which was pretty good. I was pretty happy with that because the new tire. Everyone goes on about the new tire and how it's obviously has less deg and less thermal and all this and that, and the racing's better. But I think the racing was definitely not better on Sunday. It was way harder to pass on the new tire. You couldn't pass. So yeah, mate. Saying you couldn't pass is a bit of an exaggeration. Like I made a
it's a
few
lot harder.
movements. It's a lot harder to pass than the other tire, and the deg is so much less. But everyone just drives around at the same pace. So that was interesting. But yeah, I got back up to 8th. Me and you found each other on the track. I came out in front of you, and then James Courtney was in front of me, and far out. I had the world's biggest battle with him, and just like, I'm like, can you please just get out of the road? I was like, I'm trying not to crash here. I just need to get past you. And it was funny because were you saying I think you were saying he just let Cam Waters go, didn't he?
Yeah, he just let Cam go, and yeah, because Cam come out next to him and he just got on the brakes, let Cam clear himself, and yeah, he's playing rear gunner for Cam and making your life miserable. So it was really funny from my point of view, to be honest.
Do you reckon that's what is he going to Tickford as a co-driver next year or something then? Because
No,
bloody,
he's not on Team 18.
oh, is he?
Yeah,
Oh, far out. I couldn't believe it. I was like, and then I gave him a little tap at the last corner. I was like, oh, you know what? Where I might not be the smartest, but we calculate stuff in our head as a driver. And I'm going 1.2 seconds a lap slower trying to pass him. I might as well nearly give him a tap here. And if I get a 5-second penalty, I'm going to be 5 seconds up the road within 5 laps. So I'm like, I need to get past. But then I gave him the slightest tap at the last corner, like Dave, and then he was like not having a bar and ran into me down the front straight. And then I could just feel him pushing me over towards that wall that sticks out, the pit lane wall, and I'm like, "Oh, this is gonna end badly for
Good
me."
on
And
him, I
yeah,
reckon.
I was like,
Good
and
on
I
him.
was like, "Yeah, fair." So I bailed out of it. I'm like, "I don't want
Respect
this."
your elders.
Oh, so that took forever, and you were just sitting there getting up to me, and I'm like, "Oh, I don't wanna have to
I was
battle with
cooked
Brody."
because I had no water and my cool suit didn't really work that great, so I cooked that race.
That was a hot race though. Why was Sunday so hot? Like, it's like the humidity just came in and far out. That was a tough race. Like Saturday I did easy, and then you try and you lose a lot of weight and a lot of sweat on Saturday, and you try and rehydrate over Saturday night to get ready for Sunday. But I don't know, Sunday was way harder than Saturday.
Not for me.
True. Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I found it way harder. Like you obviously had a cool suit actually, Woody had a cool suit failure.
It wasn't a
Uh,
failure, it just ran out of ice and it just got hot.
yours did?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So that's always tough. Well, Woody reckons he's failed on lap 3, I think he was saying to me after. So he got really hot. Um, I think Randall got hot feet one day, someone was telling me. Like he
Really?
was with that on Saturday. I don't know. We'll have to confirm that. But somebody was telling me that after the race, if it's right or not. But far out, like it was, yeah. Sunday was way hard. You hop out, you're completely drenched. And yeah, did you have didn't they forget your water bottle or something as well?
I didn't think they forgot it, I think it failed.
Oh, it failed.
Yeah.
Oh, far out. So no water or
Yeah.
cool food, not much fun.
Yeah, it was a tough one. So I was
Pro
thirsty at the end.
Yeah, probably just need to toughen up a bit, but, it's not that hard there.
You should probably match your teammate. Um,
Oh, I
why
didn't
do I
even
have
even
the wait, what did I do on pit exit? I can't even remember half the race, to be honest.
So a couple of people messaged and said Brody's gonna get the best pit exit award.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah. I was the most committed in pit lane exit.
Yeah, that's what they were saying.
I didn't lift.
What? Oh, you just upped it out there.
Yeah, I didn't lift. I took the corner properly, but yeah, like it was I reckon 4 wheels off the deck.
Oh, far out. I'm always scared of just understeering off on a cold tire.
Well, I didn't realize how fast I was going into turn 4, so I completely bowled turn 4 and about went into Broadbeach.
Oh, that is funny as. And, I guess the big controversial end to Sunday's race was Anton turning Courtney round.
I think Courtney's gonna be isn't he driving with Team 18 too?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't even think that, and he threw some chat at him after as well, I saw.
Really?
I think he said, like, he's not a good racer. He can do good one lap pace, but struggles with racecraft.
Go the old dog. Hey, just firing up for his last couple.
Yeah, he's firing up for his last few, but I was like, he blocked me for that long. When I saw him in, I was like, "Oh, far out." Reckon somebody's tipped him in after blocking for a while, but yeah, it was interesting because after that, obviously Courtney's in the fence, it's safety car. I don't know if Anton has a penalty, and I'm like to the team, "Well, what's the positions currently in the standings for the final system? Because you need to know this because you need to know if the guy behind you has to pass you to get in, or
Yeah.
what sort of crazy stuff he has to do. And this is where the finals throws so much pressure and yeah, different sort of stuff that you're not used to. So I asked the question, and then Andrew quickly looked, and obviously we were tracking it, and he's like, "Oh, Anton has to finish in 8th in your position, and he's right behind you, obviously, to get into the top 7. He's currently 8th." And I'm like, "Well, far out. Like, who do we want in the top 7 with us? Do we want Thomas Randall or do we want Anton?" Like, and also, is Anton just going to have a massive lunge on me as well? And if it doesn't work for him, he's out of the top 7, and he was going to be out anyway, which you're going to do. Or what happens there? So I'm like, well, what do do we let him go and let him get in the top 8, and then we don't have top 7, and then we don't have the risk of damage, and we have him in through there? But it turned out he ended up getting a 15-second penalty. We were talking about it, and then he ended up getting a 15-second penalty. So it was like, oh, he's not even obviously in the race now to try and get in the standings. So yeah, but I don't know. Would have been pretty cool those last couple of laps to see who gets through out of Randall and Anton, but I think Anton was locked up at the end there and obviously tipped James in, so you have to penalise it.
Yeah. Oh, honestly, that last restart, Did you? Oh yeah, you were in it. That battle that
Yeah.
was going on.
Oh, yeah. Randall just sort of had a big tank slapper into turn 1 on
Oh,
the
is that
roof.
why the left side of his car was written off?
I don't even know how he made it out. I thought we were all gonna pile in at the start. He got this tank slapper, smacked the left wall, and he must have hit it early enough that he didn't get the concrete. He just grazed all the tires down the side, and then Kai parked him into turn 4, and apparently he was on the radio unhappy about Kai's pass, but Randall just smashed the wall, and then Kai passed him, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna go side by side with him into the chicane." Or like get close to him because he's probably got flat tires here or something. He hit it that hard and it seemed to last, but the whole side of his car was, I couldn't believe that he was fine. Like it was pretty hard impact and he seemed to somehow get through it.
Yeah, I was watching all that stuff take place off the start, and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna there's gonna be a big pile up, and there's gonna be no track blockage, nowhere to go, and I'm thinking about ways I need to get by it, and oh, it was pretty interesting. Like that could have eliminated 3 drivers like that if they crashed.
100%.
Yeah, because what were the points for you, Brody? It was you had to win to get in, or could you finish somewhere else and got through on the points?
I think some others, like if Randall or anyone behind me going into the weekend DNF, then it was possibility I was going to stay ahead.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty like, but yeah, you don't want to, you don't want misfortune on your other competitors. So
Yeah.
yeah, but at the time I was hoping that they were going to take each other out. To be honest.
I thought it was going to be me, Randall, Kai in it, and then you were behind me. It would have been like all finalists when Randall nearly put it in. I was like, oh no, this is going to be a bad one. But luckily, yeah, he just drove out of it and kept on going, and yeah, ended up finishing. So obviously, I guess that's a weekend overall in a whole. But the biggest talking point was the finalists. So it's yourself, Woody, and Anton knocked out. So to be honest, 2 pretty big contenders in yourself and Woody. I think Anton was
That's what it's like going through the chicane.
I think Anton was I would have been surprised if Anton got through to the final 4 at Adelaide, but there was definitely a high chance that yourself or Woody could have had a really good Sandown. So that's and everyone's really good in the finals, but yeah, I reckon Woody's been on fine form lately, and probably yourself as well with Sandown and Bathurst. So, Bathurst, we obviously didn't finish that well, but polled it. But
Where
yeah,
have we
it's
raced
interesting.
at Sandown? Yeah, was it
Oh,
Ben?
Talon Ben, you won. But yeah, that's not who I expected to not make it through. So very
Yeah, same.
interesting. Yeah. Very interesting Gold Coast. So I think this finals format is going to throw
It was
crazy stuff at
exciting.
us. Oh, it's just the start of it. Like,
Yeah.
if Woody doesn't make it through, like, I guess you don't have any benefits now apart from just deciding who you like and who you don't like. And I tell you what, we definitely are learning who we do and don't, like I said earlier. So that's your only benefits because no DJR cars in there. But be interesting, like, if someone like, one of the Triple Eight cars, obviously, and ourselves don't get through to Adelaide, or Woody doesn't get through. There's obviously Randall. If Randall doesn't get through, Kai. There's a lot. Like Adelaide's going to be hectic because you're going to have, if a team car gets knocked out for each one, there's definitely going to be games getting played. There's no doubt about it. Like you see what Courtney did by holding me up for 10 seconds probably in our race, in our muck around. You can easily do that at Adelaide.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I hope it doesn't come to that, but
I hope not as well, but teams are going to expect it from their drop. Like,
yeah, like there's just so much stuff that can happen with what car 1 did to me, your car at like Bathurst with doing the debris. Like, but that's the sort of stuff that can happen.
oh,
Yeah, like you don't think teams won't be doing that at Adelaide?
Yeah,
teams
like
Only got
do
one
it.
car in?
I mean, like how many Triple Eight customer teams are there? What you just say, oh, just give us a hand, and you're like, we'll give you a discount for the rest of the year, or just yeah, it's all good.
Well, I would hope I hope the team does that, but I don't know. I don't think that'd happen.
Here's some lolly
We didn't
bags.
cash in any.
Be good
We
to
didn't
us.
cash in any checks at Gold Coast, and we really needed them there. And I don't know so much if customer teams are going to help you. You know what I mean? They're more buying something from you, so be very interesting. But yeah, I don't know. I just think that it was crazy on the weekend, and it's only going to get crazier. I think.
Oh, I hope not for me. That was pretty crazy for me.
Yeah, 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 I hope your health that doesn't get any more crazy for you.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
actually, I chose this one. We're gonna do our lucky pup segment. So hopefully it doesn't bring any bad luck to him because there's a possibility with our luck lately. But hi, Alan. I'm choosing him, even though he did get me
uh,
back and did a good job of it. I didn't think he'd make it through this round, and the only reason being he hadn't driven a supercar at Gold Coast. So to come there and be first year in main game, first time at Gold Coast, and to get the results he got and get through to the next round, I think amazing job to him.
well,
So
congratulations. You just eliminated him by doing that.
so
Sorry,
I
Carl.
also choose who else do I choose for a lucky pup then? I'll keep choosing.
Chaz lost it.
Yeah, yeah. That's right. But yeah, he did a good job. You got anything for us, Danes?
Yeah, we got some Q&As.
Yep.
Q&As. Do we have
Should
lots?
yeah,
Was it hard to pick while you were bedridden? You know,
yeah.
not,
No, I
not
came good.
existing?
I put it up this morning with the photo of you two doing some kind of weird lean in at the signing session. I don't know what you're talking about.
I was licking Will's ear.
Yeah, that's kind of what it looked like. Should curb strikes be taken away altogether, or should they come back over the back chicane?
Nah, no, curb strikes need to be banned, and they just need to change the track a little bit. I don't know how, but surely we got enough smart people to change the track a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Like it was pretty. I don't know. I was amazed the car survived it. It was definitely it was pretty harsh through there, so I'm not sure. Maybe, like you say, a little bit of a change to track, but otherwise, I think you'd really have to bring the curb strikes back
No,
a little bit.
no, no, no,
Oh, I'll be
no.
dumped
It's
every year after Gold Coast otherwise.
well, you can't fall that far, so I wouldn't worry too much. But seriously, I had people, some of my mates in America messaging me like basically like shit, like you guys really like four wheels off the ground. Like I reckon it brought interest from other motorsports to watch because it was so like rally cars don't even get that high sometimes.
No, it's like another one where it's been picked up and it's gone very viral. Like there's a clip of I think it's Brock's shootout lap going around on Twitter, and even that's got like a couple million views.
Yeah,
So
it's
you see a
sick.
lot of the NASCAR guys commenting on it, as in the drivers. I think it's like another great
Yeah,
showing.
yeah, they only fly through the air at Talladega or Daytona when they have a big crash. We're just doing it every lap.
Yeah.
Put jumps out there while we're at it. Just put one down the front straight of Sandown.
Oh, who's the sook now?
uh,
Who's a new championship favorite after this weekend?
Will Brown.
oh, thanks, Brody.
I'm so
I'm gonna, yeah. Now I've got to upset everyone and come through from my poor qualifying form and win at Adelaide there now. But I don't know. I don't know who. Brock's still obviously doing a fantastic job. Weekend. Chaz was on form. I don't know who exactly I would say is definitely going to get it, but final, yeah. Chaz is looking pretty solid, but he does have standout weekends every now and then, so I'm not sure.
just say a name.
I'm going to still go with Brock right now. If you're a betting man, I'd go with Brock.
I want to punch my screen right now. Why did you not say Will Brown?
Well, I didn't think I could choose myself. Obviously, I'd say me if I'm allowed to choose myself.
Oh
Yeah.
my god,
Will Brown. Woo!
What about you, Brody?
Will Brown.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, there we go.
I reckon.
Um,
I reckon you're just gonna come back.
Can I pay you guys to be my goose?
What's that?
you know,
No,
you,
I'm gonna win all the races for the rest of the year probably.
there's this thing on TikTok where they all these girls pay like witches on Etsy like $5 to like make it not rain on their wedding and stuff like that. I feel like you need to do that, like pay a witch on Etsy, like a bit of money going into
Start paying everyone.
yeah, a bit of good luck.
Oh.
But do you guys actually believe in good or bad luck?
No, I don't.
Well,
People always like, oh, bad luck, good luck.
Nah, there's always like when you always look back at things, there's always like little things that you can always do better, and you just implement change over time and clean up processes or things you could have done different. I think if you blame everything on good and bad luck, you don't learn.
Yeah. God, look at you go.
It's true though.
Be like, I don't know, but yeah, no, it is true. Very, very well said. I'm gonna say with Brody, but I believe in a little bit to the thing like a kid like asked for my hat and damn it, I gotta give it to him. I might get bad luck if I don't give it to him. So I believe in it a little bit.
Like a bit of
There's
karma.
no way you took a hat off your head with the way your hairline's going at the moment.
I just have a spare always in my back, always with me.
There's
Just
no
in case.
way. There's no way you're taking a hat off to give it to someone with your hairline. Absolutely not.
Excuse me, I take my hat off to put my helmet on. Thank you very much. But you definitely made my hairline quite prominent on the weekend when that you screenshot that tape measure thing. And Brock was very kind, saying 174 centimeters. I watched the video. I'm like, far out. I'm definitely not
It's
170.
definitely 172.
If I was him, I would have lifted the tape measure off the ground to read like 130.
Oh, imagine he did 168. I would have been rattled. Oh, have we missed anything?
Last question. Do you guys actually enjoy the track?
I do.
Yeah, yeah. It's a cool track. It's our hardest one of the year by far. I don't think anything else. Like Adelaide and some of those places are hard, but this is way harder.
Yeah, I agree. I enjoy it. It's one of my favorites. Such a good event too.
Yeah, it is cool. Like Boost do an amazing job of that. They brought. I was a little bit interested to see this year with Pete selling out and that. Yeah, what their activation was like, but they did an awesome job. And even that party under the palms or something on Thursday night that we just had to show up and do some fun. That was pretty cool. Like if you're
I
someone,
enjoyed that.
yeah, if you weren't, driving for the weekend and you're a spectator or a fan that could go to that, that was an awesome event. So it was cool to see Supercars doing a lot and also Boost. But I don't know, like I feel like they are stepping it up a bit more lately. Like I think Bathurst awesome, Gold Coast is great, Adelaide is massive. Like there's some pretty cool events that these days.
The sports building momentum, I feel.
Yeah, no, I think so. I think I feel like it has been as well. Like it seems like there's more hype around it. Maybe it's this finals thing, maybe it's the events they're doing, but
I thought you were about to say maybe it's this podcast.
yeah, maybe it's the Lucky Dogs
We'll
podcast.
take credit. But like even when you look at like social media now, like the amount of comments, like more people seem engaged, I reckon, which is good.
Yeah, no, I agree. Actually, how's the funny thing go for everyone working out our sponsorship? I feel like there should have been a board meeting, which we were very happy with it. But how was Brody's decision? Just like he messaged us and he's like, "Yeah, we're sponsoring a car for the weekend." We're like, "Me and Ains are like, what one? Like, who's going on?" And we're like,
Because
"Oh,
I paid for it out of my own money, you dickhead.
oh,
Well, to be fair, we don't have any money anyway. So.
that's the chat I was about to have." I was like, "So who's paying for this?"
I paid for it. I-
You might have, but you probably would have been better just putting your like head on the side, Brody, instead of jinxing him.
I'll pay for the next one. Turns out Brody's like, "Yeah, we're sponsoring a Carrera Cup car for the weekend."
Absolutely not. It's like $2,000 a mirror and they knock one off.
Yeah.
Okay, so who are we going to sponsor next?
Yeah, who do we sponsor next? I think there's a big thing that Brody we've spoken about, and I think it's a big thing to do on the podcast. So we both want to give back to the sport a little bit, but also to the young guys and bring content like this, but also seeing if we can help the young guys. So Charlie was the first one, but I'm not sure. Maybe a few kids. We can't sponsor heaps because we don't have a massive budget, but we'll try and pick one that obviously it needs to be a good deal. We don't have a fortune, but
Listen to the car salesman. Oh, yeah, we want to give back, but it's going to be like, bugger all.
yeah, like we might give you some media advice or something. No, I'm joking. Give Charlie money. No, I can pick someone. What's our next event? Stand down. What's racing there?
Toyota GR Cup is there.
Toyota
And-
GR Cup.
Yeah. So the same thing that was at Gold Coast. I think that's what it's called, isn't it, Ains? GR Cup?
Okay, so should we say how much we tipped into Charlie, and we've got that budget again, and we'll see how many stickers we can get Lucky Dogs on for that price?
Yeah, actually.
It's multiple cars. Do you
Yep.
mean?
Okay, so
I'll pay for this one.
yeah, so let's do it. So if you race in GR Cup at Sandown and you want Lucky Dogs to go on there, how many stickers are you willing to put on your car for $2,500?
Yeah. Or you can.
I thought you meant spread it across
Yeah,
all the
or
cars.
that guy can try to put 100 on his car, or I thought we'd try and see how many people are willing to do it for like $100, and can we get 25 cars? Can we get a championship sponsorship
Mate,
here? Or
What are you gonna buy with $100?
I don't know. We'll give him.
Honestly.
We'll buy him lunch for the day.
You can't even friggin' take a shit these days and it not cost money.
Well,
These poor kids are trying to build a career. Like,
yeah, we can't spread it that thin, can we? Well, we'll wait and see. We'll see if we spend it on one or two. We'll see what opportunities come.
So do we want them to message us?
no, just
I don't
comment down
know.
below. Comment. Okay, we'll clip this up and then do a comment down below.
Okay.
Okay, so should we shorten that into a bit of a clip for you?
No, I'll make it work.
Righto, sounds
I'm
good.
just thinking, how do you, what, they just comment though, or are we wanting like a sales pitch? Like we want them to make a video and be like, this
I
is
want
my
a
video.
response
Yeah, I want a video,
of
but
this.
in
I
the
want to see the
comments.
pitch.
A video
That's-
in the comments.
Well, they can't do that on Instagram. They'll have to just do a video and tag us.
No, but
Okay.
but can't you comment a video on Facebook, Ains? I feel like it should be good because you've got to be out there, like to
Yeah, I think we can on Facebook.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my God.
See, so $2,500, we're gonna work out where that gets positioned to, for
And you've got to do a video. Yeah.
Yeah, best sales pitch. Like we want
A video. Introduce yourself, how long you've been racing for. Yeah, all the stuff. Be creative.
that's not bad. $2,500 just do a video.
Yeah, but they've got to do a sales pitch.
Yeah,
It's just a sales pitch.
yeah. And any that we turned down, I'm just gonna say Brody said no. I
That's
don't
fine.
feel bad.
well, we can only pick one, so people are going to get turned down.
Who knows?
One-
There's
one.
two really good ones. You never know.
Yeah, actually that's true. I could go in with you and
Yeah,
match
we
2.5.
never know. So, lucky dogs. We're pretty much just losing money doing lucky dogs lately.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It's just
Not being so profitable.
oh, what's the thing? Heaps of upside potential, very little downside.
And merch is coming. Everyone stop messaging me
Yes!
about.
Oh,
when did we
actually,
get that?
I found the guy that was screaming lucky dogs at the
Oh, that was great.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So
If anyone works out who that guy is, or you're listening to this podcast, you know
No.
who you were at the signing session.
I found him. I've got
You
him.
found him?
Yeah.
We're sending him a merch pack.
Yep, I found him. He is.
So can you just you can get his address and everything, can't you, Owens?
Mhm.
I'm terrible.
Yes, well, yes, I can.
I found it. I've got him somewhere though.
Okay, well, we'll find out who he is and we'll send him a merch pack because he was that enthusiastic about lucky dogs. He deserves it.
That was
Yeah.
actually awesome.
Let's go to Sandown and do a better job, okay?
No one's going to want to apply to even be sponsored after this weekend. That's going to be the funniest thing. There's going to be no videos.
We don't even get
Oh.
a single video.
Nah, they honestly $2.5 Like this
Surely
is good.
Charlie tries again. Like, surely he
Oh.
gives us a proper proposal this time.
Charlie has no he will do it. Honestly. And I just want everyone to be creative. That's what I want.
Yeah. Oh, I'm looking forward to see it. Charlie has to start with it, I think, because I think we have to put it out there that he has to start with it because he got it. And if it's that good, we may go again on his card.
Yeah.
Righto. Well, that's it for Gold Coast on to Sandown. I fly out to China in 2 days
What for?
and go Racing World TCR over there. What's that about?
Have fun with that.
Yeah, I actually have enjoyed TCR. I used to really enjoy racing TCR, but it's a busy time. It's
Are you
obviously
trying to find are you trying to find yourself again? Is that where you go back to TCR?
yeah. When all your mates travel overseas for 3 months and they come back and you're like, "Did you find yourself?" No, they didn't. So I don't think I'm going to. But no, I'm looking forward to that. DPO have sponsored me for a long time. HMO Customer Racing. I won the championship in 2019. I'm racing for them. I don't know Zoe. I don't know where it is, to be honest. But I fly to. Where do I fly to? What's the?
Hopefully China.
No, the main capital in China.
I don't even know.
Oh, where am I going?
Beijing.
Ignore it. No, I'm not going to Beijing. Is that the
Well, that's the capital of China. So if you fly to the capital of China, you will be going to
Where
Beijing.
am I going to? I don't even know.
Shenzhen.
Let's just clip this here, hey?
Okay. Say goodbye to everyone.
Okay. Thanks, everyone. I'm going somewhere in China. Chat soon.